What's up, Everyday Blades? Man, got a cool one here for you, man. This is a more affordable selection than a lot of the knives I review, but nevertheless an epic knife. I always thought the 940 was a super carryable knife. This one surpasses that. It's just the newer version of great knives coming out. So this is the Quiet Carry Waypoint. I wanted it really bad after getting the drift. The drift was a great knife. I wanted this one because it was so minimalist. I wanted something I could carry when I had thin shorts on, or when I was just going out in the yard or riding my bike or whatever, that I wouldn't have to worry about falling out. Didn't have a bunch of weight, didn't have a bunch of bulk to it, but still was a formidable knife. When you're talking about weight, that's 2.7 ounces and it's full titanium construction. Vanex super clean steel. I mean, that's a great knife. I mean, all the way around. The action is freaking killer. I mean, it's not on bearings. I don't have any problem with bearings, but I'm partial to phosphorus bronze washers. I mean, I just am. It's just more rigid to me, and it's a better feel to me. You're not going to get much of a better action with. I mean, better than that with bearings. Great thing about Vanex Super Clean is and this whole knife is pretty much waterproof. I mean, it's not gonna rust. It's not gonna patina. It's gonna hold up. You're gonna be able to take it fishing with you, throw it in your tackle box. It's just a great knife for the price. They're doing good things over here. This right or left hand carry, tip up carry. Came super sharp out of the box. I mean, it just rips through paper. So let's look at it up against the Spyderco Delica. You can see it's not a tiny knife, but it's a good carry size when you don't have thick jeans on or something like that. This is the Benchmade Bug Out. Disclaimer too, Quiet Carry did send me this knife, but that's not going to affect my review. I could care less because it's a super affordable knife. I could have just bought it. 7.5 inches overall, right at 3 3/4 inch blade, and about 4 1/4 handle scales. The ergos on this knife are extremely good. The jimping, everything just falls in the right spot. The jimping's just right there on your thumb where it's supposed to be. It's not aggressive, but it does have bite to it. It works. This is just overall, it's just a knife I really like. It gives me a lot of joy. I'm a fan of the wire clip. It's not my favorite clip, but I'm a fan of it. It works really well. This one's got not quite enough spring to it. I mean, not as much as I would want, but it has plenty. It goes over your pants just fine, because being a wire clip, by nature, it's all rounded all the way around. It slides over stuff really easily. This is a very simplistic, to use Metal Complex's word, monochromatic knife, right? It just works. It just does the job, and it's beautiful doing it. You can take this knife to work with you if you're in construction, or you can take it out, for a night on the town and still be a great knife either way. Probably couldn't do both because they get pretty beat up at work, but overall, man, I'm pleased with it. I think it's a great knife. I think they did a very good job. I like what they're doing over there. The plain, simple, great builds. The fit and finish is tight, right? The actions are good. The centering is perfect. I have not found flaws with these knives yet. I mean, they're still a little pricey. I don't want to talk like they're cheap. I mean, they're $300, but I don't think that's out of line. I think they're right in line with what they're doing. I mean, they send you, great packaging. It doesn't come in a bubble wrap bag. It's a great company, and I'm glad that they sent this over for me to look at, and I'm proud to own it. It's just a great knife. I like to carry two knives all the time, like a little bit bigger knife and a little smaller knife. This knife's probably going to be in my pocket quite a bit. as like my, and to be honest with you, I use my smaller knives more than I do my bigger knives. My bigger knives are more my expensive knives. And I'll use the smaller ones quite a bit more. So this knife's going to see quite a bit of use. I've had this knife for about 2 weeks now. I've carried it every single day. It's been on me every day, and it still looks great. It's not all beat up. It's still sharp. Cut some paper a while ago just to see if it was still holding an edge good, and it's doing just fine. I mean, I haven't had to sharpen it since I got it. I haven't even had to strop it. I haven't beat it up or anything, but I've used it daily. So I think they're doing a great job. My hat's off to them, and I hope to see some more of this in the future. I hope they keep coming. I did notice when I looked at our website a while ago, they do have some new models on there, and I'm looking forward to checking those out as well. But if you've had the drift and you like it, you already know this is a great knife. To me, this is like a 940 replacer, a Benchmade 940 replacer, because it's not so big and bulky. I mean, look how thin that thing is. It's literally, I believe, it's thinner than the Spyderco Delica, which is like the old standard for a small knife, but it's still got that big knife usability. I mean, it's still got that big usable blade. So if you guys have been thinking about it, or if you haven't been thinking about it, I'm giving my recommendation on this. This is a great knife. I mean, it's good to go. So check them out. Quiet Carry Waypoint. Guys, thanks for tuning in today. God bless you and your families. Say a prayer for our country.